What's up guys, it's your boy Don B. We are back here for another video this week on my channel. I'm sorry if I look kind of bummy. It is late at night. It is like 11 p.m. as it was the only time I had to record this, so if I'm kind of like, not dead, but if I'm kind of more mellow, that's why. I had a long day at work. So but this is a good escape for me, and it's a good way for me to talk to you guys and just be very straight up with how I am and like who Brandon is, you know? But we're gonna move on to today's video real quick. Please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell for notifications so you're one of the first people to know when I upload a new video. And then also, because I'm trying to be more active on Twitch now, please subscribe to my Twitch. The link will be in the description below as well. And yes, let's get into it. I will catch you guys in the video, and I hope you guys enjoy. What is going on? It's your boy Don B. We're getting into today's video. Today's video, we're just going to go over the Bible in a little discovery Bible study. Led by yours truly. Feel free to follow along. The website is in the description, as well as I will throw up parts of it up on the screen, up there on your left, my right side of the screen. So feel free to follow along. I'm not going to go super in depth with it, as I will just already read the verse beforehand, so I'm just going to give a quick overview of what it is, which verse we are reading, and just kind of go through everything together. But again, feel free to follow along. If you need to pause because you want to read it or you want to take it at your own pace, please do that, and then feel free to just kind of just keep up with me as we go along. Let's get into it. So here I have the website. Discovery Bible Study, as you see right here. So we're obviously not going to watch the video. We're not going to watch a video within a video. It's kind of a lot. But as you see here, you click on this, it shows the study guide. So it shows basically how to structure everything. If you want to do this in a group or anything else, there's the facilitator and group guidelines, and then there's also like on the left, how exactly you should go through each thing and what each thing entails. I'm not going to go through everything, as that might take a big minute, but I will go through it and still explain certain things as I go along. Again, feel free to follow along with me. If you want to take notes, feel free to take notes as well. Yeah, you come back here, scroll down. Yeah, basically you can click on the download button to get the full study guide, but you can also you have everything right here too. The look back, the retell, the look again, inside me. Everything's all right here on the website, as well as right here you can download this list. It'll give you a cute list like this, or you can just read it off the website and it shows you all the lists. This is for each week, so just in order. It doesn't have to be every week, just however you want to do it. Each time you want to dive back into the Bible, you're going to move on to the next section. So we're going to start with section 1, which is God creates, Genesis 1 through 25. Yeah. So again, I already read the verse beforehand, so I'm just going to explain the verse. I think that's actually the first topic. We'll go right here, talk. Yeah, well, the talk part is like the discussion with the group, but because it's only me, we're going to move on to, basically, I guess let me hit the download button a little more. So it says, retell a story from a previous meeting. We had no meetings, but basically, we're going to go to the read and retell. I'm going to skip the reading part, but I will throw up the verse on the side of the screen right there. Which verse that we are reading. I will try to throw the whole thing up, but I think it would be too long. So again, the verse is right there. Feel free to follow along in your Bible with me. Retelling it. Basically, let me turn off the screen recording. So, basically, God creates, right? So he created everything. This is the start of his 7-day, not adventure, but like go at creating. So I don't know what he made on each specific day, I'm forgetting, but I know every time he made something very specific on one day. Yeah, he dedicated one thing to one day, basically. So he made like plant life, he made birds, he made creatures, he made, I already said plants. The sky, he made night and day. So it's like he made everything to complement something else, and so everything's helping each other out in the cycle, even night and day itself. Some people see night as darkness, but even God made night, and he made light as well. He also, after every time he made something, at the end of the day, he would say, he would make something and say that it was good. Yeah. And so I think that's something very noteworthy. After each time he said that it was good. And on the seventh day, he rested. Yeah. Basically, like, you know, like an artist, you finished your work, now you just rest. And you look at the work that you made. You look at all that awesomeness, that amazingness that you just created. That's what God did. And so that's basically a very short version of that part in the book, Genesis 1 through 25. We're gonna move on to the next part. So the next part is read and look, and so basically it's either reread it on your own, which again you can do, and then kind of talk about what does this passage say about God and his plan. So what this saying, I think for me, is that it shows that God truly is the life itself. You know, like everything came from God. We think that, oh, like this maybe came from this came from this, A, B, C, D, but it's like, you know, we sometimes forget that God is the root of everything. You know, like, yeah, branches can come out of the root, the tree can grow, it can go into very different ways, but it's like God is truly the root of everything. No matter what it is, God is the center of it, and I think that's definitely saying what his plan is. And then a big part of this is also like, everything God had created, he said it was good. Yeah, even something that we might think is bad, it's good. A lot of people are afraid of the dark and the darkness because we don't know what lies in that darkness, but it's like God even saw that and proclaimed that as good. God didn't see it as evil. God doesn't think it's evil. That's still something created, and that's still good. We need that dark just as much as we need light. We need the moon just as much as we need the sun. God created it, therefore it's good. And I think that's saying a lot about his plan. Whatever came from his arms, came from himself, whatever is him, is good. And I think that says so much about his plan, that what we have today is good, even if we may not think it is. Yeah, social media, still good. Yeah, maybe certain aspects of it are bad, but the concept of it, the very essence of it, good. Because that is a branch from the root of the tree. Does that make sense? And that's what I think it's trying to say. So this next part says, read and look again. And basically it says, like, you know, like read the passage over again. Again, something you can do on your own. Or you can gladly scroll back in the video and listen to my amazing retelling of this passage. But also it says, you know, discuss what the passage says about humans, and unfortunately we are not at that part of the Bible yet, of Discovery Bible, so there's actually nothing it says about humans that we can go off of, so therefore we just kind of move on. That is actually the next topic though, so next time we do this amazing Discovery Bible study, we will get into that. So now we're going to go to the section a little more personal. It's called Inside Me. So reading the question, it says, according to this study, what am I doing well? What do I need to change? Something for me that I think, I'm going to move this out the way because it's going to affect my lighting, but something I think I'm doing really well is seeing a lot of good in a lot of bad situations. A lot of things that people think are bad or might be stressful, any of that I see as good. You know, obviously I don't see like very bad situations as good that like are actually bad, like, I don't know, someone getting hurt in some way, shape, or form, but it's more like people seeing the bad aspects of like, oh, you play games too much, or you do this too much, or social media is bad, this A, B, C, D, anything along those like general aspect, I still see good in it because I know that it's not the root, you know, it's just a branch. And deep down inside, the root is God, and that's good. Anything he makes is good. And I think this aspect has helped me in terms of like people, like maybe on the outside, yeah, they're really bad, but I'm never gonna hate a person. I mean, unless like I have to, but like I'm never gonna hate a person because deep down, you know, that person is God's child, whether they know it or not, and that's still good. Everything he's created is good, and that includes us as people, that includes us as children of God. We are good. And so I think that has been something I'm doing, that's something I'm doing well, is just it's helping me keep a more positive mindset in the world that we live in this physical world that we have to live in. And I think honestly it's been helping me kind of get through each day because I'm able to have that positive outlook. Even if it's not in the moment and just looking back on it, I just forget about it because it's like, it's okay because it's good, and we move on. Obviously not in that wording, but you know what I mean. And so I think that's something I'm doing really well, and I want to keep trying at that and keep reminding myself that, especially as I get more busy, I'm getting more involved with work all of that. I want to keep that same mindset because I know it's going to affect me at some point. I'm going to get really tired. I'm going to get very like thin-minded, I guess, or like short-tempered, any kind of one of those along those lines. So I want to have that mindset in the back of my heart, back of my mind, front of my heart, as I go through all of this. But yes, again, feel free to write or share your thoughts in the comments to that question. Again, it's like, you know, what are your thoughts on the passage and what is something you're doing really well? Like, feel free to talk about it in the comments. I would love to read it. Like, please, it would be amazing. So I want to know what you guys are doing well or anything you need to work on. So next section says, who else? As in, who needs to hear this story? How can I tell them? Who can I invite to study the Bible? Ooh, excuse me. Well, obviously I can invite you guys on the tubes of you to join me through this video right now, because we have no other way of seeing each other, because I technically don't know who's watching it specifically, but join me. But in terms of, I don't have anyone specific. I guess as a general note, I think anyone that's feeling very lost, that are feeling very negative because of the amount of stress they possibly are going through, maybe students, because I know it's hitting finals like season right now. So I think anyone that are just seeing a lot of negative in the world or in the environment around them, I think I want to share this story with them and show them that yes, I know it's bad on the outside, but deep down, like it's truly like amazing, and it's a blessing. It's like it's a big blessing, and even if they don't see it now, like later down the road, it's really gonna help them no matter what situation they're in, because they're gonna grow from it, because in the end, from the root of all that, it's good. And maybe that branch right now is bad, but eventually you're gonna get to the root and it's gonna be good. And so I hope anyone that's feeling very negative about the world that we live in, especially with what's going on, I want to share this with them so that way they can just pray, they can just hope, they can just talk to God and see that it's gonna work out, and just get motivated in some way, shape, or form to do something, to do anything that might be pleasing to them and God. So that's who I think needs to hear this. Yeah, with that, we're actually at the end of it. I knew this wasn't going to be super long, but I'm actually glad we were able to go through it in this kind of efficient manner, so that way I can kind of get my points across very fast without rambling too much. Cool. Yeah, so that's the end of it. I'm just going to say a couple of quick things before we wrap up the video, so I'm going to make a quick cut because I got to remember what I got to say, so do the cut. Again, thank you guys so much for watching my video. It really does mean a lot that you guys watched the whole way through. It helps the YouTube algorithm, and it helps me to make sure that you guys are really liking the content that I'm putting out. As well as along that lines, as you see, this study with me was very different from the last one we did, where we kind of went through like a devotional book. I'm really testing something with this to see which one I prefer to do, which one is easier for you guys to understand, as well what's more efficient time-wise and attention-wise for you guys as an audience. So please in the comments tell me which version you like better. I will leave the link to that video at the end of this video, in the title, in the end card, as well as in the description, so you can kind of go back and compare and see which one you like better. Again, so this is just going to help me cater to you guys on how I want to structure this channel in terms of this aspect of it, this type of content, and how well you guys are receiving everything, and the engagement as well. So please leave a comment letting me know what do you like about it, what do you want to change, what do you wish I did more of, anything. I'm totally open to feedback, and I would love to hear from you guys and have a conversation down below. But with that being said, we're going to wrap up today's video. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. Please hit the like button, please subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, and I will catch you guys in 2 weeks. Thank you guys so much. Have a blessed rest of your week, rest of your 2 weeks, and be safe out there. Bye guys.